Good morning. Can everyone hear me?
Good afternoon, Ma. Yes, sir. I can hear you, Ma.
Okay, so it's afternoon, right? So sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon. We still have 8 people here, but
Good afternoon. Yes, I can hear you.
yeah, good afternoon, Queen Elizabeth, Rebecca, Amarachi. Right. Is there anyone that is new on this program that is joining us now that hasn't been on with us in the last 1 or 2 weeks? Right, nobody. Okay. Okay, so while we wait for others to join, it's basically to discuss the financials. So do you have any questions for me? Any clarification? Those that reached out to me personally, I've tried to answer their questions as best as I could. Any questions? You are having issues or you finished, is anybody here that has finished her financials? You've been able to put together your figures, you know what your books look like. I need you to talk. I need you to respond. I need, yeah, so if you're having issues.
No, I want to make some clarification.
Okay.
Yes. All along that we're having these classes, it's only today that my network is stable as at now. It has been fluctuating. I'm always thrown out, thrown in and all that. And apart from that, I've been bereaved, but I was able to join the class yesterday. And I heard you mention that if you have not done your BMC, Business Model Cover, that we cannot continue with this group and you cannot do any other thing further. We should go and join Cohort 2. So I just want to get clarification if it is actually too late to submit, if I can make effort to submit on Saturday. Because even the burial we have not done, we are still going to do it on Wednesday. So I'll still be in and out. So that's what I want to just clarify.
Yeah, so sorry about your loss. I think what you should do is just join Cohort 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so when is Cohort 2? Yeah, because immediately we're done with this cohort, we move straight to Cohort 2.
When is Cohort 2 commencing, ma'am?
We're done with this, I think April 1st week. So end of April, we'll pick up Cohort 2.
All right, no problem. But can I still be joining the class here?
You can.
I can't hear you again. The network went off again. I couldn't hear what you said.
Okay, I said you can finish. Where are you calling from? Are you in Lagos?
Yes, in Ikorodu.
Oh, Ikorodu, wow. Okay. Except, how many of the classes have you missed?
I've not missed. I've always been in, but it throw me out, throw me in again. I've always been in.
Okay. The idea of this accelerator is not so much as the sessions we have, is about you being able to do.
Okay.
We're trying to help you do, so help you do the heavy liftings.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes, help you do the heavy liftings. Have you submitted the BMC?
No, I've not. Like I said, I just had yesterday. I didn't even know that there was a time frame for submission. Because maybe at the time I was thrown out of the
if you had the BMC, it would have been easier to say, okay, drop it, I'll look at it, and then if you could meet up with this by Monday morning. But if you've not done the BMC and you're financial, it will be tough. Unless you can meet up the both of it before Monday morning.
No, I can't promise that. Maybe I will just join the Cohort 2.
Yeah, I think you should just join Cohort 2. Don't worry, you will still get the same value.
Okay. But I still want to be part of this class. Does it matter?
No, that's fine. That's fine. So it makes Cohort 2 easier for you. So when you come into Cohort 2, you're just submitting.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma. Thank you so much. Sorry about your loss.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Rebecca, your hand is up. Go ahead.
Yes, ma. The financials, I'm having a lot of difficulties. I wouldn't say little on the sales forecast because I'm doing it for school. So when it comes to unit sales, the unit prices, I'm totally lost.
Okay, so
what
I would do is I have an office earlier today that is a school.
Okay.
When I'm done, I will sanitize the Excel and send to you.
Okay, ma. All right, ma. Thank you so much.
What are your questions? Aside the sales, is there any other thing? So let me tell you the broad-based sales, what we've done. So school, typically you have nursery, primary, right?
Yes,
what time? Do you have secondary school?
No, ma. Just nursery, primary.
So you pick your sales for nursery, for primary. Do you have creche?
Yes. So what I did was on the market, I put play group. Okay, I start with toddlers, play group, nursery and reception, then primary 1 to 6.
Okay.
Yes. So even for the sales forecast, the same thing. But when it comes to unit prices, or rather unit sales, I didn't really know what to put.
Okay, so let me quickly explain for the benefits, because this is a Q&A question, then our guests will come in. And then at the end of the day, I'll tell us about data rooms and how to have your data put together in one place. And the kind of documents you need to have for investor readiness. So for school, 2 ways, but the one we've worked with this morning is this. You consider, so for example, you earn different fees for play group, for kindergarten, creche, whatever, nursery, primary. In fact, primary 1, 2, 3 will also be different. For the sake of analysis, you can pick primary school and pick the average fees that a child pays per term. So if in primary 1 to 5 or 6 is 10,000 naira, 15,000 naira, 22,000 naira, 50,000 naira, you add it together, divide it by 5 or 6. That figure is the average you earn from each child per month, per term. That per term is what you earn for the whole, for a quarter. So you will divide it by 3 to get what you earn for every month for the whole year, because you are not changing fees for a whole year. So if in primary 6, in primary, so primary will be 1 unit. The average cost is, let's say, 30,000 naira. So every month, per quarter, each child pays 30,000 naira. So maybe you have 10 children in the whole of primary school. 30,000 naira multiplied by 10, that's 300,000 naira. So you earn from primary school fees, 300,000 naira from 10 children, paying an average of 30,000 naira. That is 300,000. Then you will divide that by the number of months that this money yields, because you pay, in your own case, you're paying teachers every month. So once the child pays, once you get 300,000 in, from there you pay teachers month 1, 2, 3. So that is how to factor in your sales. Your direct cost, mainly, I like for schools to factor in teachers' payment as direct cost. No teacher, no school. It's a very direct cost to what you're trying to do. It's your raw material. Your teachers are your raw materials for this. So it's a major direct cost. If you pay teachers cumulatively 200,000 per quarter, so you now know that 300,000 comes in per quarter from fees, school fees, and 200,000 is spent to pay teachers. That amount divided by 3 because per term is 3 months, right? Divide the teachers, the cost of teaching 2 direct cost by 3. That will give you per month that you can write as your per month for the whole of a year. Did you get it?
Partly, ma.
Is that
partly? It's partly, to be honest, partly, ma. Not totally. I got lost with the whole direct cost sales, the average, how to divide the total cost by the number of classes. Then,
if you don't get it, most schools run losses. If you don't get it, that's going to be a lot of problem. So I'll take it again.
Okay, ma.
You have how many children in your school in nursery?
Okay, 167, approximately 167.
Each child pays how much per term?
Okay, let's say for the primary year 1 to 6, they pay.
No. They are going to be different fees. Let's start with okay. So primary school, give me primary school, primary 1. How much do they charge? Do you charge?
Okay, so the tuition fee for year 1 to 6, the tuition is fixed. It's the same price.
From year 1 to 6?
Yes.
How much
the tuition is same. 216,000.
216,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Times how many children?
Okay, that's the total. Hold on, please. That's like they make up like over 100.
100 children.
Yes, ma'am.
So your income for the term on this 100 children is 21,600,000, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what you earn per term.
Yes, ma'am.
How many terms do you run in a year?
3 terms. Okay, in a whole year. For a session, 3 terms. Sorry.
3 times. So you earn this money 3 times, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Times 3.
3, yes.
That's 64,800 million, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How do I know how much you earn per year is to divide this by 12. So your monthly income from tuition is 5.4 million monthly. So when you write units, primary, monthly, you put 100 on top. Under it, the unit price is the unit sales is.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't get that last. I think your voice.
So in your own case, so this is for each of the 5. So you now divide this by. So each child, is this child now doing 5.4 million? No. So your school is doing 5.4 million monthly from 100 children.
Okay.
Please, Faith, keep that number for me. I want to do another math to be able to confirm this other part. I'll do another model for you. Please write it down. 5.4 million income on 100 children per month.
100 children, okay.
I'll do another analysis. So each child pays how much? 200 and what again?
216,000.
216,000. So 216,000 they pay per month. And they will pay it times 3 times in a year, right? That's 648,000. Right? If you divide it by 12, each child will give you 54,000 naira monthly, right? if you are going to earn monthly. So you can do it two ways. 100 as your number of students in primary, 100. The fee is 5.4 million monthly. Or one child, 1 times 54. And you do 100 of those children, pay 54,000 monthly.
Okay.
You will still come to the same thing. So it's 5.4 million you earn monthly in when it comes to sales every month for your school on primary school.
Yes.
Same model you
Yes,
use for other ones if they are staggered. If they are not, if they are staggered in primary 1 to primary 6, you take an average of the 5 years, right? Then in the direct cost, how much do you pay your teachers monthly total? That monthly, if you pay your teachers, maybe you have 20, how many teachers do you have?
A total of, say, 15.
15.
Do you mean for just the primary, ma? We're doing for just primary, right?
Yes, you are doing for primary for now, but for the sake of what you are doing, you now have to add every other teacher and every other class.
Okay. Let's say 15.
For the whole school?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 15, how much, or what's their average cost per month? Do you know?
Honestly, I won't be able to say, but let's say between 100,
So
120.
if you know, you write it down as monthly direct cost under the cost. Number of teachers, 15, and this is what each one costs you. So 15, you do it unit by unit, like I've said. You come to the same number. Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is it clear now?
Yes, yes. Yes,
Can you
very
work
clear.
this out? Yeah. It's the idea, like I explained during office hours this morning, that it's not a PowerPoint presentation session for DIRA. It is to do. So I'm here to answer and ensure you get it. When you get it, you can plug your figures. An accountant does work for you. You should be able to know if there are errors or not. Because you are the CEO of the organization, you are the first and foremost, the accountant, the salesperson, and everything. You should understand it to a certain extent. Or else, as your organization grow bigger, you won't make sense of management, and you will also make sense of investors.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, thank you. Whose hand is up?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So any other question? Amarachi, is that still Amarachi's hand up?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you so much. My challenge is similar to other people's complaints. Actually missed that of last class, talking about financial, both the projection and the sales forecast. I missed it, but I've submitted my BMC.
Okay, you still have some time. Marianne, do we have the recordings now that they can get and the PowerPoints? So you should have that. Maybe you read it up. Since you've dropped your BMC, you don't need to go for, you still have up till Monday to submit your financials. So, yeah. It's a lot. Yes, still working on my financial. Yeah, Adeshile, please keep working on your financials. If you have any questions, let me know. So Amarachi, are you clear?
Yes,
so you can
I would like to know.
You don't have to go back to cohort 1, cohort 2. You can continue. As long as you
Okay.
submitted your BMC. If you haven't submitted your BMC, please just join Cohort 2.
Ma, please.
Sorry?
Ma'am, I'm actually a full time. Good afternoon, ma'am. I have my BMC ready, but I'm yet to submit, ma'am. But I can still meet up with the financial projection and the rest of it. So I can create and then send that once. I don't know if you will tamper justice with Macy, ma'am.
Well, if you meet up by Monday morning with your financials, that's fine.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
But you submitted your BMC.
No, ma'am. I have not yet submitted, ma'am.
And you think you can meet up by Monday?
Ma'am, I can.
Okay, because you need to submit your BMC. A comment needs to be made on it. You must get a comment from me that I've read your BMC.
Okay. My true channel, is it like
via email?
Okay, via email.
If I don't get it, so I mean, I'm reviewing financials already. So I'm not on BMC at all any longer. I've moved on from that. So I don't know if you'll be able to meet up.
Ma'am, what if I meet up? Is there a second chance to that? For you to, can I buy your time to review it? Like buy your time to that?
How much do you want to pay? The most important thing, Queen, is the fact that you understand it much more than us rushing to finish.
Okay.
Understand it and being able to do it by yourself and explain it.
Okay.
It's a doing accelerator. It's not a talking accelerator. That's why you see that we are not running slides. We're just teaching. We're just hand-holding. You say hand-holding.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you don't have, I won't be able to look at. Somebody saying, how much do I want to pay? Okay. They're asking you how much you want to pay. Okay, you know what? There are some of the ladies here that have mastered the art of writing their BMC, and some have really done a good job of it. If you hop on a call with one of them, and one of them says, out of the people that have reviewed their BMC, and say, yes, you know what, Queen, I can help you out. And that person sends me an email saying, please, and you are in copy of that email to say, I have looked at this and I think it's okay, then I'll take you up for, then you can go on to. Is anybody willing to take that? So did you find
I can help with that, ma'am.
Sorry?
I can help with that, ma'am. I can help with that.
Okay, so Oluwakemi says she can help with that, right? Is that Oluwakemi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Oluwakemi says she can help with that. So go ahead. So let's see if we have good students from here.
I'll drop my email on the chat now for you.
No. Yeah, so drop your email and then reach out to Oluwakemi to help you out. And then when you are done, Oluwakemi will send an email to me. You will be in copy of that email to say, you know what, I've reviewed it. I think it meets our standard at DIRA. And yes, you can. Then you can move on to submitting your cash flow.
Okay. Thank you, Oluwatemi. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
So that makes it fun and interesting. Right. Okay.
Ma, please, may I confirm, Sorry to interrupt you, ma. Please, may I know, for those of us that submitted their BMC, are we supposed to get a feedback from you? Is there any time frame for us to get a feedback from you? Because I've not gotten.
I sent everybody a feedback. Everybody got a feedback email. Please check your spam. What's the name of the organization? What's the name of your company?
Amarise Multi Ventures Limited.
Sorry?
Amarise Multi Ventures Limited.
I didn't get Amarise. Did I get anything that sounds like Amarise? Are you sure you dropped it?
Yeah, I dropped it on Monday morning.
Oh, okay. So everything Monday morning, I don't think I've had time to look at. Okay, so if I check again and see anybody Monday morning, I'll look at it. And then, but you must get an email from me directly. That means I have read it. I have committed to reading everybody and handhold it with this particular cohort.
Oh, okay, ma. I will look forward to seeing that. Then finally, can I get the recording so that I can study the financial again and
Yes, they should have dropped it. I don't know why it hasn't been dropped again. So I apologize for that. So all of the stuff will be dropped today and also the link.
okay, ma. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So Chinoye, is that you? Zama, are you there? Your hands
Yes,
are
ma.
up.
Good morning, ma. Yes, it's me, Chinonya.
Yes, good afternoon, ma.
Chinonya. Oh,
No,
hello.
this is Zama Solution, Zama.
Okay, let Zama go first.
Okay, ma.
Okay, ma.
No
So I
problem.
just wanted to inform as well that I've not gotten feedback, but you are just informed that you've not attended to Monday emails. So I'll be awaiting your response, ma.
Okay, did you send it in on Monday as well?
Monday, yes, ma.
Okay.
I'm number 23, remember?
All right, I'll look at them. I promise to look at everybody that submitted on Monday.
Okay, ma. Thank you.
Right. Chinoye.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning, ma. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, ma. How is everything?
Fine, thank God.
Yes, ma. Okay, so I just wanted to find out what are the expectations in terms of what are we meant to cover in these financial projections before submission? Because I've started doing it, but I don't know what I'm meant to do all the
No. So just fill in the sales, the P&L, and the the sales and the P&L. I think that's what I said you should fill up, because those are the ones.
The market.
Yeah.
Market.
And the market, yes. Your market, your sales, and your P&L.
Okay, before submission on Monday.
Yes. Yeah. When you are done, you attach it as a Excel back to me via email, like you did for the DMC.
Okay, ma. Okay. Thank you very much, ma.
So just your market, you need to be clear about your market, your sales projection, and your P&L is profit and loss.
Okay, ma. Okay. Thank you very much, ma.
Welcome. Adeyinka, your hand is up.
Good afternoon. Sorry, I just wanted to ask, do I just fill out the startup part of it? Because I don't have any sales yet, or, you know.
No. Fill out that sales as a projection, please.
Okay, all right.
But
what about profit and loss?
Fill the startup. The P&L, you should have a P&L projected. When you run your sales, the P&L will calculate how much you will spend running the business.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You said, sorry, somebody called. So sorry, I didn't hear what you said, ma.
Okay, I said you need to fill the P&L because it will capture your operational expenses.
Okay.
How you run this organization. Now, let me tell you guys what is important in this financial process. Normally, what you have is they run a slide for you on assumptions. So there will be a slide called assumptions and give you all the ideas around it. They run a slide, profit and loss, and what to look out for. There's slides on it. Same with cash flow, same with your sales projections for sales. Whether you are a startup or an ongoing business, you have to fill in all of these things. At DIRA, we are not running slides per se. That's why the slides from Monday was very like 2, 3. It was a whole lot of things, but simplified for you to be able to do on your Excel. So do it. That's why the portion where there is startup on the Excel, just follow it and put a startup to it. As much as we can, we will review everybody's Excel. Everybody's Excel. And then we'll probably call you up from next week, and then we'll handhold you through a lot. Please be ready. Some of us will have to come in-house, except those that cannot make it. Then we have a session online. That means that you have your laptop with you while we work with you to finish this up. Ladies and gentlemen, please take it seriously. The Excel sheet you have there is the Excel we use for business plans that are billing us, that we bill 12, 13 million. I reviewed one yesterday. It's 12 million naira. The basic ones we will not add. We've given you our comprehensive document free of charge on this place. So we want you to work with it to get your financials done. When you are done, your projections are okay. If you've done it before, you can see if it aligns. Then if your auditors are working on something, or your accountants, you actually know what they are working on. If you need to give targets to your marketers from your sales and your market, you already know the targets everybody needs to bring in. So every month, if you're supposed to have 500 children in 2026, you need to start working on it from now, because you need to meet a target. What happens with school is the same children from primary 1 to primary 6. Meanwhile, you have opportunity to go bring out other children from other classes in other places. So I'm using school as an example. So how do we calculate break-even? Don't touch the break-even page, please. That is in red already. Don't touch the break-even page. You can only touch the items that are blue. Blue. The break-even will calculate itself on that particular Excel. It's automated already. Please don't touch it at all. If you touch it, you mess up everything. Please don't touch your break-even page. Just go to your assumptions, fill the blue part, go to your market, fill it, your sales, fill it, and your P&L, fill it. More of your cash flow will be automated. The balance sheet will calculate itself. Don't worry. Don't touch any of those, please. All right, so I didn't get a comment on my business model as well. Okay, how do we calculate break-even? Please don't calculate break-even, it's automated. I can tell you how to calculate break-even. I did that when I was introducing the course and the Excel. I took a session, and when I got to it, I explained how that's calculated. If you are good with Excel, you will see the analytics on the Excel sheets. But please don't touch that page. It's calculated, is a danger zone. Just leave it, please. Whatever you do on your P&L, on your assumptions and your sales, it will tell us what your break-even will look like. Okay, any more questions? Any more questions? Some people have sent me voice notes. Some people have sent me like questions on WhatsApp. So you can do that. If I don't respond immediately, I will respond before the close of business, please. So just make sure that you understand that you are able to do it. Are we to work on markets? Yes, please. Yes, Philomena, yes. Okay, thank you. Right. All right. So any more direct questions? Anybody finding it difficult from assumptions to markets to P&L anymore? I'm not clear. Please let me know. No, you are not working on all the sheets. You are working on the assumption sheets. Please, all across board, you only change the rows or items or columns in blue. in blue, you can only edit or audit, whatever that is, the ones in blue. Anything in black, please leave it out. Anything in any other color, red, please leave it. It's automated. So for the sessions, we've run through the financial management class. We've run through the financial, using the Excel to work your financials out, which is half of what your business plan will look like or your pitch deck in terms of pulling out the projections. So we'll spend some time, yeah, thank you, Queen. We'll spend some time trying to look at how you put your data together. So everyone, we want to talk about our data so that we can leave you. We also have a session, a brief introduction by one of our partners here. Recall that we say we will be somewhere at Microsoft Office next week. So, but our partners that are making that happen, they will be here to take 1 or 2, about 30 minutes to explain what other things they do and how they work with Microsoft to help businesses. And I think a couple of us here will actually be finding it very useful. They also have the opportunity, they are working on an application that helps with businesses that want to sell cross-border transactions across Africa and into the international markets. That also will be happening. Oluwakemi, your hands are up or your hand is up? Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I know I sent you a voice note yesterday. I replied, thank you, ma'am. But I just observed now, I filled the market analysis session like you suggested. I've compressed my products into 3, but the sales forecast is not changing. And I can't touch the ones in black. I was expecting that.
No. So let me show you. Okay. Let me just share my screen. Can I share my screen, please? Let me share my screen. Let me show you what I did. So see if you can walk around that. I'll give you an Excel that already covers some of that. So. Can you see my screen? Oh, I'm not sharing it. Am I share enabled? Please let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
It's up now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you see that I've edited this one now to cover preschool and there's still space under? So if I want to add more space to this direct, let me go to the one that makes sense. So you want to increase this space. You know, I'm on row 18, 19. Can you see it? I'll go.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll do insert. I've inserted a space there, right? I'll go to the kindergarten as well under unit price. I'm not editing anything. I'm just inserting a space. But what I'll then remember to do is come down. Did you see how I inserted it? I'll go to the same kindergarten too and say insert. I'm not editing anything, but I can insert pages without affecting the, so I'll go back here and insert. As I can insert several pages of different, several rows. So you see, I've done this one too. So when I come here, I do this one. What I do here, I have to do across board. because I now have to be able to fill it up so that it aligns like the others have aligned. It's sat. So here you can do 40. You see it? You can now edit your new row. So you can keep increasing it as you want. Crash. Maybe. What do they call those ones that used to je ile o simi? Who attended those ones? That's the one. So you pick. You je ile o simi and crash. So I'll pick crash and je ile o simi. Please, for those that don't understand je ile o simi, what does that mean in English?
Make house rest.
Let house rest. You know those schools that my parents used to send me to? Like, see, come and go to Mama Lucky's lesson. My mom would just chase us out. So you see, I've edited. Can you see what I'm doing? I've just increased across board but you now have to increase so that you can include the items you want to include.
So are you saying we can touch the ones in black now?
You can. There are two different touches you are saying. You can add, you can insert columns, but don't touch anything on it except you can calculate it yourself. And they are actually multiplication, subtraction, by the way. You can add.
But what I actually asked is this. From my market analysis, I have put my services there. I got to sales forecast. It's still showing me women wears, men's wears, accessories like it was when you sent it to us.
Oh, edit it out and type your own there from what you have in a market, what your own market is called. That was just for example.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, ma'am, please, going by your Excel sheet, when I inserted and then added other classes to it, when I was trying to put the prices, that is under unit price, it wasn't writing in blue, it was still writing in black. Even when I tried,
it will do that. It will do that because it's we have trained the Excel to not to be edited on that row, but it's fine. So what I do is I will deliberately turn it back or copy and paste one thing from here to here to make it black. What would have happened is that you inserted from here or you inserted from the top. But when you have that, no problem. It doesn't affect anything. Just write your numbers there. That's fine.
Oh, okay. All right, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any more questions on this Excel? We're here. Okay, there are chat questions. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Right. Any other question? Is any other person taking any questions? Our trainings investments. Trainings investments. Yes and no. So you want to take that under your use of funds or cash flow. Please, can you explain? Yes and no. So I need to understand the basis for the question.
Okay, good morning, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so under the financials, money received. So the new investments there, I'm trying to put the money I paid for trainings, accelerator programs, and all of that, if it can come under investment.
Under P&L, under cash flow. Which of these sheets are you talking about?
Yes. Hello, ma.
Yeah. Which of the sheets are you talking about?
Did you hear my question?
I got your question.
Okay.
Yeah, so there are 3 places or so that you capture training as investments. So where are you capturing this from?
Under financials, plus money received.
Is it on this Excel?
Yes, ma.
Which of the sheets?
Financials, after assumption.
Oh, okay. So I said, don't touch this particular one. It's for when you just want to do a 1-pager.
Oh.
Yeah, I said people should not touch this, please.
Okay, ma.
Yeah, because that question you're asking, this is for a very basic, you want to do something basic and you just want to do a quick one. It runs the entire cash flow to the end. That's why this, yeah, but to answer you, so money plus money received is not new investment, trainings is not. It is money that was invested into the business, whether as loans or grants or anything, any money that came into the business that the business has to account for. Trainings can come under different things. You can take training money. Do you want them to pay you back?
No, the one I attended.
Yeah, because that may be under your equity contribution to the business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that may be costs, operational cost or anything that you have to account for.
Okay.
So, you see that this is not a comprehensive one. It doesn't cover it. Other operating expenses is where this one will come in. But if we are running, because we are doing something more comprehensive, so please, everyone, don't touch that financials. I said assumptions, market, sales, and personnel. Good. Personnel, market, sales, personnel, and P&L. Please fit in your personnel. But to answer that question of training, you come to here, which is cash flow. This is a very comprehensive cash flow that this is calculating. Now, this will be expenses that you have made. A business, yeah. So you can put that under any of these ones.
Okay.
So all your sales, tax, VAT, whatever it is, this is where we capture it. Operating expense, if there's any, it picks it from the sheets as you feel. So that's really where this is coming from. So I think that's where that goes into. It also goes into personnel as well. I mean, not personnel, P&L rather. You have trainings coming here, other expenses. You see this place, consultants. If you pay trainings or anything, that comes in here too. So you can capture it under cash flow. You can capture it under trainings, as instead of consulting, you have training here because it's an expense. And you can also capture it as equity as the owner of the business because you have paid for it. So when somebody says, so how many things have you invested in this business? I went to Accelerator, I went to this, I went to that, I went to that to ensure that build this organization to where it is. you factor that in as part of your equity contribution. That's why I say it's about 3 to be able to explain training, whether as an investment or equity or a cost item.
All right, but thank you.
You're welcome. Right, so any more questions? Do we have the Leverage team in the house, in the room? So please, while you keep your questions coming, we'll take 5 minutes to see if our guests are here, and then we can go on to the intro session.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Who am I speaking with?
This is Kanatricia Onyechi. Actually, this question I wanted to ask it the other day, but network couldn't permit me to. Okay, it's based on the tax in question. You know, according to the mentorship I had one time with Zenith Bank, they told me that based on agricultural products, that I'm into agricultural, general agribusiness. So they were like, since we're into agri farming and production, that we are not meant to pay tax. That then if I'm going into processing, until my company starts making 25 million or starts having returns of 25 million, that's when I'm allowed to pay tax. So now in this assumption, financial assumption that you were saying that day concerning 30%, then am I expected to put that 30% despite the fact that I know that I'm not going to be paying tax?
Yeah, thank you for that question, and it's a very good one. So the last mile agriculture, you're not taxed because some of the transactions going on, they are non-taxable. But when you go into production, yes. So for example, DealRoom, we've not been paying taxes because we are now going into our 5th year. So my auditor said, see, we'll start paying tax from next year. So for 5 years, it's called, what's the word again? Pioneering status. Is it pioneering status or what's the word? Yeah, I think so. If you're just starting a business in Nigeria and up to the next 5 years, you aren't meant to pay tax. Your tax auditors, your financial managers, your auditors, and your accountants will make provisions for that so that you are not paying tax. But for the sake of what we're doing right now, you should capture your tax. That's the only way you know how healthy you are in this business. Because the tax you've not been capturing, you now want to come and capture it in year 5, only to realize that you've been making losses all along. Capture the tax and see how healthy you are.
Oh.
My experience is people that we have captured our tax on our financials using this same model for years. So we knew when we were just a useless company that was not making anything. And we were running. I was particularly on my, like up to this morning, I still look at our baseline. Are we liquid? 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 So that you are not paying tax doesn't mean you should not account for it. Another reason why I always say account for your tax is because the framework, the monetary policies can change anytime. So just be positioned. If others are already paying, you see if you can even pay. So you can now, multiple scenarios. I do 5, am I okay? I do 20, am I okay? It shows how healthy you are as a business. When your auditors are doing their work, they will not factor that in so that you don't have to pay. But for the sake of what we're doing, I would like to see your tax. It helps me to understand from an investor's perspective, where if government did not give you that, so you wouldn't even be paying tax. That's the way investors think. Remember, this is an investor readiness accelerator, not only banks or governments. No, our governments can say several things, and the investor says, you know what, I just want companies that are already stable and stabilized. If you don't capture it in a separate way, when you give them the financials alone, it doesn't make. So after the session we're going into, we will come back to talk about how we documentations and the things you need to prepare as we move into week 3 of writing your deck. So from next week, we're going to be writing your deck. We're going to drop you a sample of a deck that you will fill. And everything you've done last week and this week, you use it to prepare your deck. So those that want, I want a deck, I want like a financial that I can send to investors. I'm going to start working on that next week. Again, you have to pass this session to be able to move into next session. Did that answer your question, Karma Tricia? This is the first time I'm hearing that name.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a very unique name.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Karma Tricia. Yeah. Okay. So do we have the Leverett team in with us now? So 5 minutes and we come back, please. So we come back for the next session, 105. 205. Oh, 115, right? Sorry, 115. We come back 115, please. Is that all Google Drive? So if you have a Google Drive, when you open your Google account, you have a Google Drive. On that Google Drive, you can open a folder. On that folder, you will call it fundraiser. How many of us know this? I want to know. Yes, I do. I want to know how many people knows this, that you can open Google Drive on your Google account and you have a Google Drive and then, okay, no, I don't. And you can actually have a folder inside of it. Okay, so how many people know? Yes, I do. Okay. All right, so I'm trying to go share my screen and look for a Google account that I can work with right now. Is any of my Google open? Zoom is open. Okay, so let me. Close that. So just a moment, let me go to a page so that I can show us what we're trying to do here. Just a moment, please. Just a moment, it's slow, but it's opening. The network is really bad. So I actually want to know who knows and who doesn't know. Please just indicate if you know or you don't know. Right. I'm sharing my screen. Let me know if you can see it. Network is really bad. Okay, can you see my screen?
Not yet, ma'am.
Yeah, so
Please share it.
yeah, so
Not sharing.
Yeah, it's not sharing yet. Just a moment, please. So while we try to put our businesses together, what to do with our business, investors require that you also have a space where they can access quickly your documents. We call it the data room in fundraising. Now that data room has access to all of your documents. This is what startups do so well. So businesses don't do it, but it's very important we teach it because it actually makes your interaction with your investors seamless, and you can quickly, is my screen sharing now? Wow.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but can you see anything?
Yes, ma'am.
You can see Google.
Okay, me, I can't see it. It's actually blank here. All right, so the investors want to see where the coordination around your fundraising, especially if you're going to be getting grants or, more importantly, equity. Your bankers too, if they are very, very sophisticated, they will ask for certain information. Now, why do you need a data room? It allows you to have a coordinated version of all your documents put in one place, accessible at any time, anywhere in the world. Whether you are with your laptop or not, as long as you can open your Microsoft 360 or you can open your Google Drive, your Google accounts or your Drive, you can have access to documents anywhere. Sometimes they'll say, okay, send in your business plan or send us your pitch deck. And that's when somebody is going from pillar to post looking for documents. Oh, I can't find it. I see it. I cannot see it. Sometimes it's BOI. So for example, when I apply for BOI on behalf of clients, or when we do apply for ourselves, we just go into our data room. That data room has CAC. So if we want, so I just wanted to use this to explain, and it's not opening. I have to stop sharing and go back and pick it. Sorry, my screen wasn't coming up at all. So if you have access to your Google, please just open Google page down, and I'll show you what I'm trying to. So I'm going through the route of going to my Google page once again. Right. You can see it, right? Yeah. So you go to this side of your Google page. Can you see it? These boxes, Google Apps. Can you see it? Please, I need to hear that you can see it. You need to unmute
Yes,
yourself.
we can.
Yes,
Right.
we can.
Right. So on this part, you would open and look for your drive here. And you click that drive. So this is the DealRoom drive that I'm opening. And on this drive, let's hope it's opening fast enough. Okay. So you'll see that welcome to Drive. You can see it. All the pitch decks are in one place here for this particular email. And there's something called the deal room here, scale pictures, scale training. So let me teach you what you will do. You will go to this thing called new. And click new folder. It has dropped it here. So you call it, let's call it DIRA. So please call your own DIRA, then you will create. I would like to see this when you are done. Did that speak or it went somewhere else? The network is very, very, I'm supposed to see my folder here on my drive. Oh no, so very unresponsive right now. So you can see that my internet connection is unstable. Okay, so I'll go to my drive. So it has picked all items, and I'm picking. So what am I looking for? I hope it picked it because I didn't see where it picked it from. So sorry, this is very slow, man. So I'm looking for a particular folder that I just created, and I need to fetch it out so that you understand what I'm trying to do. All right, so this is DIRA. I have created it out on DIRA. So we are now in the drive called DIRA. So this DIRA, can you see my drive? I created DIRA. Inside this DIRA, I will now be dropping files. What drive do I, what is the first thing I want to add into this DIRA? I'll go back to new. Remember, I'm picking from, so I'll look for file upload. So before I even do file upload, I want to put a new folder inside DIRA. So I create another folder inside the DIRA. Inside the DIRA folder, I create a new folder called registration documents. Registration documents. So inside, I'll create it. Everything that will go inside these documents, because you can now come inside this document and add your CAC, add your, so you see that I've created my drive, DIRA, registration documents. Now I can look for maybe CAC, let me upload a file. So I'm not doing folder now. Inside registration documents, I'm looking for a file that I want to drop here. I'll go to my documents on my system or any database you're using, and I'm going to say, look for maybe my CAC. Please, people are in the room, can you add them? CAC, so no, that's CAO. So let me just look for incorporation. On this one, you'll find DealRoom incorporation. Search. Certificates. Certificate of incorporation. That should be. So maybe I'll go to Adium documents And so you see that there's all of our documents are in one place. This DealRoom certificate of incorporation, I pick it and I dump it in under DIRA registration. So I'm waiting for it to upload. You see that the certificate has uploaded. Now, if somebody says, can I view your certificate of incorporation? And you want to track who is opening your documents, you will go on these 3 dots beside the certificate inside this folder, and you will say, share. When you share these documents, it will come as this, as if you want to send a document, and you can restrict anyone with the link or anyone restricted or anyone with the link. If I click anyone with the link, anybody that has this link can view my certificate of incorporation. Here, I can edit whether you can edit it. So normally I put this as you cannot view and you cannot edit. You can only read it. And you can only view it. There was an issue. Okay, try again. Okay. All you can do is, okay, so I've done that. And if I pick this and say, okay, you guys want to see, I can send it to you if you want. And I just copy this link. And once I copy this link, anybody can see our CAC. Anybody. This link. I do not have to now be bothered about sending you PDF, sending you anything. And so you can keep doing that. So under this DIRA, you will create multiple folders. So this one does your CAC documents. You add another one that adds this system, the internet is slow, so it's not attaching. So you can create different documents here under DIRA so that you have your CAC, the ones for registration documents, you have the ones for pitch deck, business plan, your financials in Excel. You open one that you call Excel. You can actually pick an entire DIRA and send the entire link of the folder. The same thing, you share DIRA, it copies all the entire link. But the beauty of this is why we are DataRoom is you will know exactly who, because you restrict who, and anybody who wants to have access to it has to input their name and email, send to you, you will grant access. This is called your DataRoom. So it's supposed to have, let me look for the one that I'm using to raise funds to explain what it looks like quickly. So I'll go off this place a bit. Please, somebody is waiting at the room where you can. I need to, please admit there are people at the door. That's obstructed. Right. So that is the way your data room is supposed to look like when I ask for your data room. Okay, so I'll go off again and then show you my own data room for some of the things I'm doing as somebody that is raising funds in the international markets. So when you are raising funds, you have to be very conscious about the standards. So this helps you in okay, yeah. So I'm going to share this screen. So please, if you can't see, let me know. Can you see my new screen?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
I can. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going into this boxes like a Ludo dice. It looks that Ludo dice kind of thing. I'm going to open it and show you my own data room. Okay. Said I should wait again. So I've just clicked the drive and it's opening. Apologize. All right, so this is data room. Can you see it? So once you open in your own case, it will be DIRA data room. So you open DIRA data room. So this is a data room in my drive. I'm opening it right now. So can you see my data room? Hello?
Yes. Yes, I can.
There's a folder for design. There's a folder for financials. There's a folder for legal, limited partner, my portfolio, that's the companies we're investing in, presentation, research, and the team. If you're raising money, you are not supposed to have every of these, but at least have your team, your term sheets, if you have with investors. So leave that term sheet, but create your research reports that validates this presentation. Maybe your pitch deck is called the presentation. And then maybe you will have what we call your legal and your financial. So 5 things I want you to have in your data room from next week. Design your data room, DIRA data room. I want to see your financials, your legal, they are folders with your document. Legal will have your incorporation documents, your presentation. So you can leave that, but have a folder called presentation/pitch deck. And then your team, your presentation, because that's the one you'll be presenting to investors, your legal, your financials. I'll take it again. Your financials, your legal, your team, and your presentation. Those 4, you should have it in your data room as folders. Inside of it, you should have the legal should contain your CSC, your registration, and whatever they are important. So that when we ask, give us access to your disk, we can view it without you having to All you need is your email. All these things are in your cloud. So when we have like Microsoft Office that you have OneDrive and you are on 360, it's easier and cheaper because you can do a lot more with your Microsoft or your Google Workspace as it is. So that's the summary of to do. So when you are submitting your financials, send it via email to, again, dealwoman@dealrooming.com. But part of what we'll be looking at from next week is your data room as we move into writing your pitch deck and really being prepared for investors. Right. If you have any questions, I'm stopping to share this now. You can ask, and then I will ask one of our partners. Marianne, are you in the room to talk about their offerings as well as speak to the Microsoft stuff we want to have next week, which, by the way, I apologize profusely. We are told we cannot have a physical session next week, but we can have an online session. So Marianne will come to speak to that. Are you in the room? Levare, are you in the room? Okay, looks like we lost her again. I hope we'll be able to take this session today. All right, so can you repeat what you have to have in the data room? Please, Faith, can you drop the 4 items I said they should have in the data room? I said their presentation folder, they should have their DIRA data room, the team, the presentation folder, the financials, and the legal. Team, the people that are working, or if you are one man, is fine. The team, your pitch deck / presentation folder, your legal folder, and your financials folder. So I don't know if the Levari team is here. I think I saw her coming. Okay, I hear they are having network issues. I'm also having the network issues, by the way, here. All right, so you know what? I think the network is really bad today. Yeah, thank you, Amarachi. Thank you so much. Thank you. So Amarachi has dropped something there. Thank you, Amarachi. So that's the 4 folders I want to see in your DIRA data room. Your team, your legal, and financial, and then your pitch deck / presentation. Right, so I don't know, except we have, I want us to focus on completing the financials, so we don't want to take much of your time. If you have any questions, the floor is open once again. I'm done for today. And then I hope that, please drop the email for the cash flow, for the financials to be dropped, please. And then I hope you've signed up for today. So please work on your the sheets you are supposed to work on, because we are now going into writing our pitch deck. All right, Abia Zien Faith, your hands are raised. Go ahead, please. You have the floor. Faith, you can speak. Go ahead.
Okay, ma. Okay. I said in this legal document, aside CAC and possibly trademark and any other like something like FIRS, is there any other legally required document that we need to have? Come aside. Come aside.
Okay, so you can go on for the sake of for putting together a strong data room for yourself. You can add your LIRS, your FIRS, any document that are legal, that are important. SCUMO, is it SCUM or SCUMO? You can add it. anything that actually speaks to legal or documentations that government require at any SON, you can add it, NAFDAC, you can add it. Yeah, thank you. All right, any other question for today? So we go, any need for clarification?
Good afternoon, ma. Yes, ma, please.
Yeah, go on, Chinoye.
Yes, please, sorry, I didn't quite get the, when I create my folder, DIRA, I don't know the other, how to go about in getting those files into the folder. I'm not very sure. I didn't get it quite right.
Okay, so when you open your Google account, in this case, everybody should have a Google account, please. When you open your Google account, you go to your Google Drive. When you open your Google Drive, you will see new. Create a new folder under your Google Drive. That new folder, name it DIRA Data Room. Then you will go inside that folder and then create another new folder called legal. Create another new folder. So you create 4 new folders.
Okay.
Legal, financials, team, and presentation/pitch deck.
Oh, okay. Okay, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen it.
That's easy for you to utilize the Google platform to be able to have access to your documents and it's not all over the place.
Okay, ma. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Any other questions before we call it a day? We don't have to spend 3 hours. Okay, so we go on to work. So the officer is still open, so you can chat me up on WhatsApp if you have any issues. Yes, all the PowerPoints and every other thing will be dropped today. Please. Thank you, Osazemen. Yeah, I think the attendance list has been dropped. Please, attendance list is required for today's session. I don't know, is the library group back in the room before we close for the day? So please, we're having, thank you, Adeshile, thank you. Because we did not look at the Excel, sharp and precise. Thank you so much, thank you. Okay, so it's a close of another week. I'm sure you are dealing with financials, but it's easier. It's not as burdensome as it should have been if we take it the traditional way. So that is the idea of the DIRA, is actually to unhold and help you do much more easily than having to get somebody to do it for you. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, ladies and gentleladies. We'll be back here on Monday. And please keep in mind that we have a session with the Microsoft team on the 26th. It's no longer a physical session, but you are free to probably, let's see if we can have a session in the office for those that may want to come in next week. So we'll probably have like another session, physical session, for those that can make it to the office. Hopefully we'll have 1 or 2. We're going to have a lot of guest sessions next week because we're moving on into the active investment readiness sessions. Thank you, ladies, and have a very good afternoon and enjoy your weekend. Please take time to rest.
Thank you, ma'am.
Regards to
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And anybody else that you love so deeply. Right, bye. Have a nice
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye for now.